Greetings everybody, welcome back to SeriousCreeper's Adventures in Enclave. This is part 3. Unfortunately, when I was recording this, my microphone wasn't recording. So I'm currently doing post-commentary, which I'm not good at. I don't like doing post-commentary, but it beats replaying all the things, I guess. But last episode we found this forbidden Utgard map, and this is what we're doing here right away, because completing these little challenges really gives you a lot of gold to work with to like equip more items or buy more items later on. There's 3 different difficulties, so easy, medium and hard. You have to like complete easy first to unlock medium, and then medium to unlock hard. And what I really found useful here is using just a ton of these grenade arrows, because it's basically like you're fighting waves of enemies. So you don't really need to worry about too many like bullets or arrows or whatever. Bolts, not bullets. it's not a gun. So really stocking up on some of these like high damage things like grenade arrows works super well on this. And because I like deselect a bunch of these other arrows, we can actually afford the light armor, which just helps a little bit with survivability. Now the easy and the medium missions are pretty easy, they're not really a problem. The hard one can be a bit of a problem at this point of the game, where we don't have too much unlocked yet. And I do die several times there, but basically like it says here, you just have to fight a bunch of enemies, kill them all, and then it just ends and you're on this little platform with some lava below, I guess, so you can fall off, which may happen later. Spoiler alert. But yeah, the first round is super easy. You just find a bunch of these little goblins, and grenade arrows here, if you don't miss, help quite a bit. It's just one shot most of the time. Pretty basic, you know, enemies still. Just the first ones, the ones we encounter. But then this guy, for example, he already has some fancy armor, so it's a little bit more difficult, I suppose. And this guy has even more armor. He's like completely covered in some chain, or it's not quite chain, it's like more plate, I guess. Now these assassins, we've seen in the last mission, these are the ones that give me the most trouble, because the ones in the hard mission can charge up their bows and deal a ton of damage. And that's the one you have to be kind of careful with. But yeah, as you saw, pretty easy. We did unlock a bunch of gold there, which is awesome. So we have like 105 left over, we got 100 extra gold there. And now we have to do the medium one. I think medium unlocks... I forgot how much it unlocks, if it's 300 or if it's 200 or something. I think it's more than the last one for sure. At least I'm pretty sure. But yeah, same tactic, get a ton of grenade arrows, and I think at this point I decided to just get rid of everything I had, except for maybe burst just in case. Oh no, I don't do it here. I think in the next one I use the potions just in case. Can't remember. I'm pretty sure in the next one I get one. This one, again, still pretty easy as well. You just fight a bunch of these goblins. I think there's a one bigger guy in between, and then just a few more assassins. So really not much of an issue. But yeah, these crossbows are pretty dangerous. I mean, the crossbows aren't too bad because they can only shoot one at a time. But like those bows they have in the end, where they can, you know, like we can do it, like stack up to 8 arrows or something in the bow. They're just like they're pretty much one shot you at this point, so it is quite dangerous. And yeah, we fight a couple of these orcs as well. So again, pretty easy, straightforward, and we got 200 gold. Yes, I think the next one might be 300 gold. So you can see that is a lot of gold to unlock. You can afford a lot of armor and bullets and everything afterwards, right? Because that stays as gold. Like, look, we have so much extra now, so I'm like, sure, I'll get some potions. Might as well. Because, yeah, the next one is difficult. I think I died 3 or 4 times in total. I just show like the first and the second time. Because not too interesting to die and show the same battle over and over again. But again, pretty straightforward. But I do want to show you like how these assassins work at the end. You can see already, like, you start off with 2 goblins right away, and I don't know if they have more health or if my aim was just really bad. Like in that case, it was pretty bad, but they seem to survive a bit longer. And I think I'm using fire arrows here. I don't know if that was a mistake or if I plan to do that. I actually can't remember because it's been several days since I recorded this part. May have been why I lost early on, not quite sure. Yeah, way more of these assassin ladies. who do hit quite hard, but, you know, not too bad yet. Just wait for the last ones. They have like fancy armor and everything as well. Really gotta be careful with them. 2 orcs at the same time. They just like to throw everything at you at this point. Okay, I think that is one of the... Yeah, you can see she shot like several balls and I'm almost dead already, so I'm like drinking a potion real quick. She doesn't have armor yet. He's like just getting me and I fall off. Because, yeah, I don't know, they're just really strong. And then look at this. Look at her armor. Look how she's charging up all those bolts. I'm trying to stay behind the pillar just so she doesn't hit me. And then, you know, as soon as she unloads her arrows, just unload my grenade arrows. And hey, what you know, it actually helps. So we got 300 gold, so a total of 600 extra gold that we can now take into missions. And yeah, we got the Enchantress last time as well. She was hanging on a cross. Oh, sorry, the Druid. And because I never played with her, I decided to just, you know, choose her as well. And turns out she's extremely powerful. She has a bunch of these, like, staffs. The Tears of Corrosion is the one that the evil Enchantress lady used as well. These, like, green bolts that seem kind of to jump around as well. Like, they seem to reflect off walls, which is kind of cool. So I'm taking that one, and I figured maybe I'll take a second one with me too, because he can take up to two staves, and then also a dagger if you want to. Which I kind of decided against that, and it turned out to almost be an issue. Wait, do I bring it? I thought I didn't bring it. I think I put it away again. Right? Oh no, I did took it. Interesting. I thought I didn't. Huh. Maybe. Oh, maybe that was with the Hunter last time. Once a proud flourishing city, it's now a mere shadow of its former glory. When the rift divided the world, the city was ripped asunder. Soon it was deserted and fell into oblivion, now in the hands of the Dragatar. You just have to cross the rift and find the city gate on the other side. Rip. So yeah, her staff, holy crap, does it do damage. I was not aware of this. That's what I get for always sticking with the weak characters. Because my god, does she shoot powerful bolts with that thing. This is also pretty cool. A little bit of like a gimmick, I guess. Push that crate, and somehow bolts of corrosion can make crates explode, or barrels. But hey, there's some gold, so that's useful to have. First goal, we need to find 250, quite a bit. And I do remember having to like run around a lot and trying to find more. Then this is the Midwinter Staff, I think it was called. I forgot if it slows down people or something. I think it does. Could be wrong, but it does also decent damage. It shoots faster, it seems like. And they also all have like this right click ability, like what I'm doing there. That's like a shield. But you have to hold down right click to keep it up. If you let go, the shield goes away. And the Midwinter Staff kind of has the same thing. It just has like a blue version. I think I'm trying this, yeah. It's like an ice crystal. I haven't really used it in combat yet. I just tried this out here at the beginning to see what it does, I think. Besides that, I don't think I ever used it again. Maybe, I can't quite remember. I don't think I did. Now, here's a bit of a dangerous part. There's this lady down there. It's hard to see her, but she's the next character. The Halfling, I think is her name. But if you get close to it... Oh, that's why I brought the dagger. If you get close to it, there's this orc here. And he's going straight towards the Halfling. And the Halfling does not have a lot of health in this, apparently. Even though I think in the action... Like, if you pick her as a character, she actually does have a lot of health. But again, the dagger just helps to get in close to you know, pull aggro from her. If I was using my staff, then the orc would have just ignored me because I wouldn't have been close enough for him to, you know, aggro me. So she would probably have died. Not only does like helping her out unlocks the next character, she also shows you this little shortcut, which I don't think you can open otherwise. Maybe from the inside later on, but yeah, she opens this little gate here, which helps you a bit with just getting through the level, which is kind of cool. I always like these little things where, like, you know, if you do certain events in a level, it may open up an alternative path or completely different route through the level, which I think is kind of fun. At the same time, if it would block something from you, I'm also not a huge fan of. I like to see everything and kind of hate it if you make a mistake that you don't get to certain places. But I think in this case, like I mentioned, if you just if you don't help but she doesn't open the gate, I think you can get here from the other side eventually, so you don't miss out on like gold or anything. Only problem with the druid is that she does not have a lot of health, so gotta be a bit careful there. Getting her armor definitely helps. I don't think we picked it though with her. I don't think we had money left because I bought these 2 staffs. There's an assassin trying to shoot us from far away. Now this assassin, gotta keep an eye out for her. Try to kill her, but then she like vanished and I'm like, what the hell? And turns out she jumped down onto the street, and I tried to kill her from up here too. I didn't really want to go down and kill her, I don't think. Did I? No, I think I stayed up here. But we'll see her again at one point. So just keep her. Just remember her, I guess. It sounded like someone died. Not sure what that was. It definitely wasn't a halfling, because I did unlock the halfling in the end. I actually don't know if the halfling can die once you rescue her. I think she runs away. Could be wrong though. Not quite sure. And yeah, obviously, you know, we have to find tons of gold. Don't have too much yet. And here, you may have seen it, there was actually gold underneath the stair. I missed that the first time, and that was like the last gold I tried to find in the end, which was really difficult for me. Like, I took a while. There's also green gem. I think that's the first green... Goodbye. Green gem we saw. I guess just ran down. Guess he didn't have much to live for. It's a bit tricky to get as well. And we can just snipe this dude, because he's just like standing there not noting us. So yeah, like normally you would come from this side if you didn't have that gate open by the halfling, and then all these guys would ambush you. Also like that the gate just folds down. It's kind of a nice touch. And again, assassins. They're named assassins for a reason. I think that's the name. I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, she's not to mess with. Try to take her out quickly with the dagger instead of like waiting for her mana to regenerate. I think that's why I don't like... Oh, the bed broke. That's why I don't like mages usually in games. Like, I don't pick mages a lot because you're kind of limited with your mana, and you tend to, you know, have to like kite people, which means just like running backwards and luring them kind of away so that you have enough distance between you and the enemy, so you can actually shoot and they don't hit you. And it's not quite the type of gameplay I like, I suppose. Now this is where we found the halfling, which is on the other side right now. And this level is actually one of the bigger ones, I think. Like, this is where it opens up way more compared to the other levels. And he just clips through the floor. And not only does he clip through the floor, his cousin does as well. What a jerk. I think it's supposed to break. I think... Am I going to shoot this? I believe I'm going to shoot this, because I think it's supposed to break. Yeah, see? Because there's actually an item there too. Not sure why it didn't. I think they are supposed to break it when they run over it and fall through it, but for some reason it didn't work. It's kind of odd. A little bit strange, but hey, it's an old game. And this is pretty cool. So this is actually, like, you heard him getting damaged. That was from our bolts of corrosion. So they do actually poison, right? Or leave corrosion behind. I don't know if that's technically poison, but I guess in this world there is no like distinction between sort of elemental damage. I don't think. Like no one. I don't think. Well, I don't know. Maybe those Yetis do poison because their stuff is purple. This one is green, so maybe it is different. I don't know. But there's no like. I don't think there's armor that's like strong against poison or ice or something like this. Could be wrong though. Might not remember properly. There's a sneaky gold and a gem hidden in a little rubble. I try to get from this side first, but that's really not how you do it. I'm always a little bit scared of these like bridges, these thin little things you need to walk across, because if you fall down there, I think it's game over, I believe. So yeah. And the jumping is not always the most accurate in this. So I'm a little bit, you can see I'm trying to jump here, but I don't quite make it, but then eventually I make it. It's because you kind of, if you stand too close to a wall, for example, and you try to jump, I think your character just like clips into the wall a bit and then you lose momentum. So you always have to either stand away slightly or just jump without moving forward, and then at the top of your jump move forward. Old games, it happens, but hey, it works. So far I haven't died through from like falling off these things, so I guess that's fine. Are you trying to lurk me? Look at all these enemies. Also another thing, these bolts go through enemies, so just took out a huge group of enemies. That would have taken a while was the hunters probably, I'm guessing. Also looking at the ceilings, there may always be gold. I think they miss in some areas. It's always a good idea to like look around. Keep your eye to the surface, to the ceiling, I mean. And there's a little bit of a building. I think this does this connect to the other building? I can't remember now. Guy trying to sneak attack me there through a little gap as well. Yeah, you can see if I try to jump like this a few times, you usually know why. See, this is kind of cool level design wise too. Oh, and this is where you get the green gem as well. It looks like you could fall, but you actually just have to walk. You don't even want to jump, you just want to walk there and you get it. I believe if you jump, you could get stuck on a door frame and then fall. So just walking, hugging the wall works. But you know, you saw the guy falling down from the ceiling, so you kind of knew that there was something up there, like a little room, right? If you would have not fallen down, you may not have noticed that there's a little secret room up there with some gold and a potion, I believe. So it's kind of clever, you know. It shows you, oh, there may be something. Maybe you should go investigate it. I like that. Okay, so this is actually near the end. So there's like this little town here. And our goal is to get to the city gate, which is just pretty much around the corner. And I like stand around a lot because I think I remembered that this was the end. And I looked at my gold count and I was like, wait a minute, I'm missing a lot of gold. So I didn't want to accidentally run into the trigger for the end, right? Because I don't want to end the mission without having all the gold. It's not a problem, I could just redo it and get more, but I mean, if you get it in the first try, then that's ideal, right? Yeah, down here, this gate over there is actually the exit. And there's a bit of a battle here, so I was kind of like, nah, I'm not gonna go right there. I don't want to trigger anything and then block myself off. Because I couldn't quite remember if you could get out of it afterwards. I believe you can, so even if it happens to you, it shouldn't be a big deal. So basically at this point, I'm just really trying to find gold. I see some in the water over there. There's a bit of this town I haven't explored that I go explore. Because obviously we're still missing some gold. And then there were these 2 pots under the stairs that we missed. So at this point I'm technically only missing 4 pots of gold. So it's not too bad. And that guy up there, who just blows up this bridge. I don't think I ever see him again, unless he's one of the dudes at the end. Not quite sure. Sneaky assassin hiding. But my bolts took care of it. Those bolts, I actually do like this enchantress, I gotta say. Even though, like I said, I don't play magic characters. This is also kind of cool that you can blow up that block of wood. Even though I don't really play magic characters, she is really powerful, I gotta say. But the halfling we unlocked is actually she's kind of like a upgrade for the knight. So she's just like a better version of the knight. I think everything else is the same, so you don't really have to use the knight anymore. And I don't remember why I never used her. I just had to look that up afterwards. I was like, what does she even do? And apparently she's just like an improved knight, so kind of dumb not to use her, I suppose. And hey, what do you know? More of my favorite sections where you have to climb over thin bridges and try to not fall down. I always dislike that in 3D games for some reason. It's not too bad when you can control the camera pretty well. But like in games like Super Mario, I think in Super Mario 64 was like the first time that kind of bothered me or something. Where you had to walk over these like little bridges, and I always freak out and shake the camera and the controls a lot. So there's a little bit of a gap. that we can't cross, but then there's a door back into this building, and this is the building we've been to. We've been in this corner as well. This is where we sniped that dude, but I guess I never opened that door. Maybe it was locked, I can't remember, but I missed it. And I walked past the stair again with all that gold. I was really blind. It's the Let's Player blindness. But remember that assassin we saw at one point? Remember her? Around here? There she is, waiting for us with a charged bolt. If I remember correctly, I was talking about that I wonder how well or how good the pathfinding in this game is. How well like characters can pathfind. Oh yeah, and I cut here because I was just running around the level trying to find these gold pots that I couldn't find. And now we're on the other side of this like gap we just saw. But yeah, I was talking about like how well the pathfinding would work in this game, and if she could like find her way up to us from down there, which she didn't because she got stuck on the stairs, I guess. So maybe not the greatest pathfinding. But yeah, so we have 235 gold, and then oh, I think I missed a bit with the stairs. The 2 pots under the stairs are like the other ones. Well, we saw it in the video where they are, so it's fine. And then the last pot of gold you actually get in this at the end here. There you can see it. It's lying on the ground. Yeah, maybe the guy I just killed was the guy that blew up the bridge. Who knows? Not quite sure. But yeah, 250 out of 250. We still have 9 health potions left. That's insane. That's so many health potions. But hey, the game gets more difficult, so don't worry about that. Then again, I played it with the knight back then, so maybe it's actually not too difficult if you have the proper characters. But we did it. We found 250 gold pieces, and we got a new level, and we got the halfling. So that's pretty much it. But yeah, that's it for this episode then, I guess. I'll try to fix my microphone, so next time I don't have to do this. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.